Let's learn to make this face in Gravit Designer. Starting out with a rounded rectangle. Let's round the corners. And let's choose a skin tone from in the orange swatch. Click around until you find something you like. I might go with that one today. Next, for eyes, I made the eyes in a little different way that looks a bit more realistic for this face. I just drew two ellipses, or I just drew one ellipse for one eye. And I made sure to put a little border on it. 1 pixel should be fine. And I filled it with white. Okay. Zoom in a little bit to put a pupil in the middle of your eye. You can hold Shift down for this to make it a perfect circle. And change the fill to black. Okay, and then selecting both the pupil and the eye. Drag the second eye, holding down Alt. I used rounded rectangles for the eyebrows. Fill them with black. Round the corners. And hold Alt to drag off a copy to the other side. The nose could be made with 2 rectangles. Let's choose something close to our skin color, clicking on the eyedropper and hovering over the face and clicking on it. We'll get that skin tone in the fills. And then click on the circle for fills. And up here in this panel, I want you to choose a slightly different tone, maybe a little lighter or a little darker, either way, just so it shows up as different. And then round the corners, maybe not all the way. This time we can copy and paste it and rotate our copy. Bring it down to the bottom. I think it's a little too wide, so I'm just going to make it a little narrower. And I'm going to bring this rectangle forward. Okay. And then I usually put 2 little ellipses on the nose at the bottom for the nostrils. And keep them pretty narrow. And fill them with a different color that's darker. Okay, I need to bring this ellipse forward, I guess, since it doesn't seem to be showing up. There we go. And drag the copy to the other side, holding down Alt. All right. Let's have a look at the other face to see how we're doing. Huh. All right. Let's try and make a mouth. I'm going to start with a circle and fill it with a reddish mouth color. Maybe not that red. That looks okay. Now I'm going to use a rectangle just to cut it in half. Zooming in. I'm going to draw a rectangle that cuts halfway through that circle. Select both the rectangle and the circle by holding down Shift and going to the Compound Shape tool, drop down menu, and Subtract. Hold down Alt and drag up a copy. And hold down Alt and drag off another copy to the side. Select both and flip vertical. Now we've got a top lip with a little dent in the middle. Let's bring the size down so that it's the same as the bottom lip though. And not to make it look too feminine, I'm going to make it a bit smaller and thinner. And I'm going to make this bottom lip quite a bit thinner. Still needs to be a little bit thinner. Okay. All right. Bring this one up so that they touch. Make that just a little bit longer. Trying to get them to line up. Okay, that's fine. Let's just put a line in the middle by drawing a very small rectangle. And filling it with a darker color. Let's bring to front and see if we can see it. There it is. I don't know if I like that fill color though. Might choose something darker. Okay, so I'm going to select all the parts of this mouth and move it up a little bit with my arrow key on my keyboard. All right. What if I want his chin to be just a little pointier? It's really pretty easy to do that. You just have to take the rounded rectangle of the face. That's this one here, I can tell because I clicked on it. And it got the blue box around it. So I'm going to change the name of it to Face in the Layers panel. And then I'm going to go up to the menu bar and look for the Convert to Path button. It looks like an S with two boxes on the ends. And if you click the Convert to Path button, you'll convert the rounded rectangle to a path. And then you can use your sub-select tool under your pointer tool to grab the bottom of his chin and pull it down. Let's give this guy some ears. Next, with two ellipses. Here's one. Hold down Alt and drag the other one across his face to the other side. And now let's see how I did this hair before. It looks like a rounded rectangle in back and two rounded rectangles kind of crossing each other in the middle to make a part in his bangs. So let's see if we can do that again. So we'll draw a big rounded rectangle. Fill it with black. And round up the corners and send it to back using the modify menu, arrange, send to back. Huh. Well, that looks pretty interesting for a hairstyle right there. But I think I had it a little higher on top of the head before. We can make it a little longer. And then I put two smaller rounded rectangles and rotated them in the front. Yes, if you notice it disappear, that's because you have to bring it to the front. Arrange, modify, arrange, bring to front. There it is. Let's round the corners and find the little rotate button on the rectangle and rotate it. You can make it bigger. And then copy and paste it. Looks like it went a little longer. Hanging down to its eyebrow. Okay, I can copy and paste or duplicate it. And then drag off my copy and rotate it the other way. Or you could flip it horizontally with the flip horizontal button. Okay, so there's the other side of his bangs that part in the middle. If you like that kind of hairstyle. All right, that's all there is to it. Have fun making faces. See you next time.